Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Review. I forgot to turn my microphone on before I started this, but it does seem like it's coming from the right place. So hopefully I sound normal currently. Pretty sure. That being said, we're back with a video that quite a few of you have pinged me to watch. Even though, of course, I was planning to do this, I was going to do this regardless anyway. But obviously, I need to be alerted as to when it happened. Aiden did so, then Ghosty did so, pretty much the same day. Within like a couple, like 2 hours of each other, I think, by complete coincidence. And it's been and the discussion around it has been circulating. Especially because I guess people don't want us to fall too far behind. Most particularly, Aiden himself. I say that, although Aiden himself actually did, in fact, say that that the what was I gonna say? Yeah, the what that the sweet 2 hours. Oh yeah, yeah, certainly. No, but yeah, but Aiden did say actually instead they despite how eager he was for this to take place, he is currently bleaching his hair, so he's going to so we want me to stall for 5 minutes, specifically stall for 5 minutes, and not necessarily I don't know, keep the intro on. Which is what I guess I say that I was actually playing the intro when I saw his message, so that's that one's on me. But I suppose we've got some time, so I suppose Ghosty, take it away or whatever. I don't know.
If you want me to stall for 5 minutes, I can happily stall for 5 minutes.
I mean,
Within
sure.
this 5 minutes, I will give a dissertation on what it's like to be missing your eye, because apparently a lot of creators don't know what the eyeball is composed of, nor what
Is
is
this going to
around
be
the
related to the
eye.
episode, or oh, wait, you said you're going to blind react to it as well.
Yes, like, this isn't related to the episode. I've just realized through a lot of gacha reviews that, and a lot of gachas in general, that a lot of characters are missing an eye purely for aesthetic reasons, and a lot of people don't know what missing an eye is actually like.
Yeah, this is the reason that I dislike eye patches in gacha, because it's used for aesthetic reasons. Even if they have in-universe reasoning behind it, it's so vapid that it's just, what is the
Like,
point? As if people
it's
have eye patches on standby for when they happen to like get like a mild bruise or something. There've
yeah,
been too many of those.
but like eye patches aren't used for bruises. They're used for eye damage or inner eye damage. The purpose of an eye patch is to deprive the eye of the sense that it carries. Like, let's say your eye gets damaged, you accidentally poke yourself in the eye with something. I don't know, a nail? Let's go with that. An eye patch.
Sure, let's all visualize this. I'm starting to regret my
No.
decision. Hey, let's visualize all of us being poked in the eye with a nail. All right, then. I hope Aiden finishes soon. Sorry, please continue.
Like, you would use an eye patch to cover up the eye that has been harmed, obviously depriving it of its vision so that it can heal correctly. Like, the Last Believer X Gasoline review also taught me that a lot of people don't know how glass eyes work, also, apparently. The purpose of a glass eye is just to fill the socket. But most doctors recommend that you don't put in a glass eye until the eye socket has cauterized, because what's in the eye socket is a lot of muscles, veins, and Jacob looks uncomfortable, so I'm going to
No,
stop.
I'm just remembering like what led to that like realization was specifically, I think it was Antoine and his eye socket having not cauterized after all these years. So I just think to myself, wow, this actually is like the first time ever that the character would have more reason to use an eye patch than he actually did in universe. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because it's
Can I even say that after trashing them for so long? But yeah.
like, it is like that you would use an eye patch for that, because it hasn't, cauterized, it hasn't set, the inner eye hasn't scabbed, which means
No.
it hasn't undergone the healing process at all.
it's entirely possible that whatever is wounding Antoine right now is actually impossible to heal, and therefore he would never be qualified for a glass eye under most doctors. Then again, I assume that doctors are probably scared of him just on account of who he is, so maybe they just gave him one to kind of, calm him down or something. I don't know. I
But
assume being the royal physician is a very is precarious position. I know that rhymed.
yeah, it is a precarious position. But also from the perspective of giving him a glass eye because he'd feel more comfortable is a stupid decision of the royal physician. Don't do that. Like,
Royal physician in a precarious position made a bad decision. I'm liking this. I'm liking what was going on here.
it's a triple entendre.
Mm-hmm. Well, I actually, you know what? In other news, because I actually probably can, give like a little bit more of a less bleak update. I just got back from the first screening, well, the only screening really of the pantomime that I was in, because the digital downloads are still they're still sorting out availability for them. So I don't even know if I've got mine yet. I have to check if my link actually works. So I know that a lot of you have been interested to see that. I can definitely verify that it's it turned out far better than I realized it did, because the TV screen we had in the changing room was so terrible that it was hard to tell. But with this one, yeah, it came out all right. And for those of you that know me, because I can't exactly like upload a reaction or anything, because it's that's how the company works. But I will definitely do that watch party at some point at some time. That's kind of it, really. My small talk never lasts that long.
Like, the smallest talk is like miniature.
Yeah, I actually, yeah. One other thing I guess I can say is I've been kicking myself for the past 24 hours because I realized something right as I cut the cameras off from the last D&D session. I was told during a particular event that I could absolutely wild shape if I wanted to, even if the magic was cancelled. And
Yeah,
I also
I'm disappointed that you didn't.
No, but yeah, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll let Nathan do this, and I realized that because I was thinking to myself like, okay, what would I even wild shape into in this case? Do you want to wild shape into a fly so Scooby can eat me? Like that's I can't justify doing that when before an alternate plan happens, because there's no way that someone would go for that. Although I did actually think to myself, well, we'd had a running thing about Scooby having motion sickness on the train. If I had wild shaped into Scooby, I could have taken advantage of that, looked outside the window, and vomited up the creature in question. So I was like, I just thought to myself as I was, like the camera's like, dang it, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could have done that you didn't, and I'm disappointed in you. So,
I mean, that's the only one that I thought of, honestly, at that point, especially with the thing having access to my thoughts supposedly, but I don't know. There were a few things that, because everyone was, mad scrambling around, there was no time to set up. I was also going to have Roberto, alert the station so it could, not land, not have the train arrive, but the thing was solved before the train even got there. So yeah.
Yeah, we solved the mystery in under 2 hours of a 3-day voyage, which I'm disappointed that time wasn't taken advantage of to set up a complex murder mystery, but it's an Aiden. It was an Aiden episode.
Yeah, I was the one thing that I guess aside from Scooby World shape aside, the other missed opportunity for me, I guess, would have been would have been like the fact that there were so many like other passengers on the train that we didn't get to know, because I guess we weren't supposed to interrogate them, given the nature of what was actually afflicting them in the first place. It wouldn't have mattered, but hey, would have still been interesting, because one of my favorite things about Missions of Occulta is Aiden improving in NPC form. So, would have loved to have taken more advantage of that. But hey, what we got was still
That's
something.
what I enjoy about handing, because I'm doing a bunch of work to fix our messy timeline behind the scenes.
Yeah, I was about to say doing a bang up job of that on screen, but behind the scenes, okay.
Like, to give a brief description of what I'm doing is that I'm creating a secondary timeline so I can do some work behind the scenes and create a single master, like create an official Mysteries of Occulta timeline because because the history of the world that Aiden created is a little messy. He added a second war on top of the war that's currently in canon going on.
I mean, there are a couple of wars going in real life currently, so that's not exactly, out of the question, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's not out of the question, but it is a little strange, partially because Aiden didn't bring this up to me in the moment.
Hmm. I see.
Because, like, the timeline is a mess, and I proper chewed Aiden out for it. So now I'm using, what I like to call Season 2.5 to write a definitive Mysteries of Occulta world history.
Yeah, to
Because
be
if
honest, I
I
could probably
don't,
agree.
no one else will.
I should probably relabel. I would of course offer to help out, but because I've been soft blocked out of the writers' room, I can't really get into the nitty gritty of stuff.
Oh
I could probably
no.
give you like a preface of the Forest of Five Names. That's about it.
Like, if you can give me anything about the Forest of Five Names, its, like, culture and history, that would help me out
Yeah,
a
fair
lot.
enough. Yeah, a fairly substantial amount. Yes.
A fairly substantial amount.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen what's on the wiki at the moment? Because
Yes,
there's
I
a few.
have.
Yeah. Okay.
I I went to go update the mystery. I went to go update Lou's thing, and then I just got flashbanged by the website because it doesn't have a dark mode, and I have a migraine.
Oh, I see.
So bang up job there, Wiki. Why did I
Yeah, I
design
don't know if
it?
we're supposed to toggle that or if they do that. I don't know. I don't know how that part works.
I don't know, but ever since I've figured out, like, I don't know how Wiki works. This is my first time working with Fandom Wiki at all.
Hmm.
So as much as I want to, I'm gonna have to ask you for a tutorial one of these days. You
I
know
mean,
a
fair
lot.
enough.
You
Yeah.
know a lot more about how to operate Fandom Wiki than I do. That's why Lou's
Yeah.
Fandom Wiki page looks like a mess.
That
It's
that that
because
is that is
I'm a toddler.
okay.
I'm a toddler
Okay,
in a
look,
ball pit.
in all fairness, the Butterverse wiki is also equally as disproportionate. I'm actually gonna, you know what? Because we're still, I guess, in stalling mode. Because Aiden, I guess, really wants to be here for the beginning of this video that he's already seen. I suppose.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know why Aiden watches it ahead of time, even though he knows that we're going to do a blind reaction anyway.
In his words, he hates waiting.
He hates waiting.
Yep, that is the reasoning. Yes. All right. I tell you what, I am going to get, but to in the meantime, because I guess as we are still stalling, I'm gonna get up 2 pages from the from the wiki for the Butterverse specifically. Let's see if I can actually get the other one up.
But me trying to use Wikipedia is like having a toddler blindly feel around while trying to navigate a Walmart. I don't know how this works. There are so many buttons and I don't know what any of them do.
Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna read out the the descriptions of 2 different things. So description of the mutant girl and fallen angels. So first of all, the mutant girl. The Mutant Girl is an ongoing YouTube series airing on the Jacob Butter channel. It has aired from March 17th, 2019 to the present day. The show focuses on protagonist Morwenna May, a petite 12-year-old girl, not 12 in the whole thing, but obviously at the start, who inexplicably drew a dragon tail, which caused her to change schools prior to the first episode. The main storyline is her living with her mutation and the social and medical pressures that come with it. The series began as a slice of life comedy, which gains more structure and features more arcs once the core characters are presented. Since its inception, the number of characters has transcended the limits of Gacha Life's character slots, but the core still remains as recognizable as ever. The Mutant Goal may not be the first voice-acted Gacha Life project, but is the first Gacha series to combine animation and voice acting known to any of its associates, as well as the longest-running Gacha series on YouTube. That's not true anymore. I've got to change that because Witch Academy came back and ruined that for me.
It's like you could change that from the longest to one of the longest.
I'm gonna say second longest. I still want to be in the runnings. I'm still top 3. Yeah. Then there are a couple of other paragraphs after that to other spin-offs and the editing and such. But you get the idea behind that. So 4 paragraphs of introduction. Fallen Angels synopsis. Angels make sure fate happen, but when Adam goes against fate by saving Alana, they find them both on the run for the Angels and Zach, Adam's best friend, with mixed feeling. That's it.
Okay, you want to know what kind of vibes that gives me? You know the
5 a.m. typing?
Does Bruno Mars is gay meme?
I mean, all of the names are capitalized, but nothing else is. So yeah, that's accurate.
Especially
Bruno Mars is gay is the most discussed in the media in the few years ago.
Could you read out the Fallen Angels one again? But in but in the Does
right.
Bruno Mars is gay kind of like serious voice.
Angels make sure fate happen, but when Adam goes against fate by saving Alana, they find them both on the run for the Angels and Zach, Adam's best friend, with mixed feeling. One sentence.
With mixed feeling.
Angels make sure fate happen.
Yeah, we're gonna have to update that entry.
I do love how we spent the time that Aiden asked us to stall just to roast him.
Listen, that's what normally happens when Aiden tells us to stall.
Yeah, I guess so. Yep. Yeah.
Hold on.
So yes, the Occulta wiki is similarly disproportionately detailed, but
there's Orchid's entry, and then we don't have an entry for Scooby, but we do have an entry for Lou that is unfinished.
Yeah, BB herself wanted to make that entry at some point. She's probably forgotten all about it.
Yeah, I think we all need to do a Scooby entry.
Just everyone at once. Okay.
Everyone. It's
the duality of his character. Yeah.
It'll have to be a collaborative project, or else we won't be able to finish it. We open a Google Doc with all of the Scooby information, and that's where we put everything, and then we move it into the wiki. Collaborative.
Yeah. I mean, seeing as I'm physically incapable of taking notes while the session is going on, most of the time, it definitely, having that actually using the wiki for that purpose to document all this stuff that we've learned as a group would also help.
I have Scooby notes, so I would we could probably powwow that entry later with BB. But
that's very true.
I'll be right back for a second. I want to get stream snacks.
Ah, yes, not Scooby snacks, but stream snacks. I'm still going to do the entry for Tara Treats and for name I've yet to come up with, or whatever the name was in the end that I've got to check back in the video for. I will say, as far as the world building of Occulta goes, the fact that it's mostly built on bits is mainly to its advantage. I will say, I think as more people came into the project, the disparity between how it used to be set up to function versus how it is now, rose to the forefront quite a lot. And that's what's put us in the do more classical adventures like in season 1, Rick and Morty style critique behind the scenes, not even in front of the scenes, like in the case of Rick and Morty, it was the fans saying that. But yeah, in this case, it is us, and that's probably why, because there are so many voices coming in right now that yeah, it's It's a lot. Not as much as it was when we had to get tons of people for one singular session. Now it's definitely much more streamlined. So we don't have to do as many one shots. But then again, there's already another one shot idea that's been circling because of just the general Fred and Mer's existence. But yeah, we'll have to see. It's obviously all new territory for me as well because the Butterverse, of course, operates on one singular timeline deliberately so as to keep things as simple as possible. So I'm not against branching timelines. It's just there's certain area that I haven't explored, mostly because the majority of my projects ended up, coinciding in that way anyway, because that's how I set them up to be. But yeah, I mean, considering how wonky the existing thing is, like Ghosty said, it's not beyond reason to, I guess, you might have to do. Well, I'm have to do what the Ben 10 wiki did actually, because they have a section for characters on one page, and they have a different tab, like the classic versus the modern Ben 10. I don't know how they structured that actually on there, how they programmed it, but I'm curious to find out because that could also benefit us now that I'm thinking about it. I've got to see some tutorials as well.
There is one thing we do. We go to other people's wikis, and then we look through the code, and then we steal it.
Well, in that case, I recommend the Ben 10 wiki because I did a similar thing with the info box from the Aphmau wiki because that's the one I've been most involved with historically. If people don't remember, I did actually, going back to Aphmau, the reason you're all here, I did actually make a few of the pages for characters from way back when. Haven't done so in some time. I do wonder if people still updating the wiki in the same way as they were before. I think the alternates probably did like a resurgence in that. I think there's some alternates coverage on the Aphmau wiki. I don't know. Another thing to look into, possibly, but just for different reasons.
Like, I went back and read some of the Wikipedia entries, and not to be rude, but I can tell which ones you wrote.
Oh, you can? Well, even though I didn't tell you which ones they were.
No, you just have a distinct style of writing about you.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Like, once you can tell, you can tell.
I was going to say that it makes that makes the whole Mutant God vs. Fallen Angels descriptions. It was going to the obvious thing between us, but actually no, that's because it's obvious either way. Because I set it out to be like, yes, of course it's like this. But yeah, that was actually something that I even got I got critique for in terms of fiction at one point about things sounding too similar to each other. Probably because if I've got a style of writing, it's probably because that's the way that I enjoy doing it, and it's hard for me to break from it. Not saying that I shouldn't, but that's probably where it comes from. So but you're by no means the only person to have noticed that.
Yeah, once people have like a distinct style of writing, you can't unsee it in their other work.
Yeah, well, glad I'm not singled out in that case then.
No, you're not singled out. In fact, it is like an obvious problem, but also was really cool. It's not a problem as in, ooh, this is the thing you need to fix. No, I mean problem as in it's a really hard habit to get out of.
Yeah, it's a bug rather feature. I mean, some people try to break it deliberately and it ends up, being disastrous as a result. So, it does depend. That being said, I'm pretty sure that Erasmus the Elf is probably the exception to that because I wasn't fully formed at that point when I wrote that. But,
Formed like Goku.
I mean, I was probably the age of Kid Goku when I wrote that. So, yeah, that's fair. Yes, I was not in my final form just yet, like Frieza. Okay. Okay, it's been... Oh, there he is! There he is! There we go! We stalled! We did it!
Anyways, I don't have great lighting in my room, but you kind of tell. My hair
yeah, we can kind of tell... Move your camera upwards so we can probably don't have to crouch as much.
Crouch.
Oh.
There we
Oh.
go. Yes.
Now it's back
So, yes,
to kind of a bloody. Oh, now it's orange.
It's a golden blonde, pretty much. It's gonna be blue later, but that's.
I mean, hey, look, the orange works. You turn yourself into Felix.
I do actually want to dye myself my hair fully orange just for like later on for a Felix cosplay, like especially when we all meet up at like convention. Felix cosplay would go so hard at a convention scene. Be like, hi, I'm Felix DeLacy.
I tell you what, you're still like now you've got your face cam on, just do like a clip or something of like right now for Prism. Just send it to her later with no context.
Maybe later. We gotta do stream. We stalled for long enough.
We do. That is entirely fair. So yeah, let's go ahead and shuffle over.
Can I make one more statement about Aiden's hair before we start?
Yes.
I've got one about Felix and Agatha actually. So yes, go ahead.
It looks like the Bondverse version of Aiden.
Bondverse.
The Bondverse.
You know how?
Oh wait, Bond's original OC of me.
Oh, okay.
With the blonde hair, because he saw my hair when it was dyed, when I bleached it at that time period. That was bleached Aiden's hair. It's bleached currently, but I'm also going to dye it. I'm also going to dye it blue, or partially blue.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so my comment with Felix and Agatha, actually, I forgot to mention at the end of the episode because I thought it was going to come into part of the plot, so I didn't say it out loud. But yeah, the Felix and Agatha from that one were taken from the original Frankenstein book because that's where those names come from. They were siblings in that book. They were cottage dwellers. They lived with their blind father in that cottage.
Yeah,
which
that was a Frankenstein reference, not a Mutant Girl reference specifically.
Yes, yeah, and it was only the Frankenstein play that made Agatha blind, so that's where I took that influence from. But yeah, I studied Frankenstein at A level, so they were in my head during that process.
I mean, hey, it makes sense, scientist in the Frankenstein story, close enough.
Yeah, I need to get more of into like the science and medical stuff by season 2 rather than just the social stuff because I was going to really focus on both season 1, but it didn't pan out that way. So yeah,
it kind of worked out better that way, anyways.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I was still not sure if I was gonna do other seasons or anything at that stage. It was only until Shiny was like, "Hey, I got some other ideas," and it's like, I now have more ideas.
And then kidnapping happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of second seasons of things, that's what we're dealing with today.
Mermaid.
With a plot revolving around the creature that Aphmau premiered after I'd made a song based on a song that was inspired by Lullaby from the Mario Brothers movie. Clearly, I'm relieved and also annoyed that it came out when it did. Relieved because I would have had a whole different idea for a song at that point, but also no because it would fit so well. Oh, and the video has decided to load now, I think. Okay, we're good.
We love when the marketable we love when the marketable object appears and derails the entire plot.
Oh, don't worry. We're having 4 marketable characters introduced in this episode, or reintroduced, I should say.
No,
okay. I was about to be like, well, is this thing cloning itself? But no, I know who you mean because you sent me. Obviously, I've seen
the thumbnail. So. The thumbnail gives it away. It's not much of a spoiler.
Yeah,
I suppose not. So we'll see what else they've got planned for us to store. That's actually a surprise then. Without further ado, on with the review.
Seagulls. Remember when there was seagulls just flying? Wait, was it seagulls or another bird flying over the Mutant Girl? I forget. There was like a bird debate at one point of what it was.
Oh, you mean the beach pigeons?
Oh yeah, the beach pigeons. I was like, there was a bird debate at some point with the Mutant Girl about a bird flying over it. I'm like, wait a minute.
The beach pigeons.
The beach pigeons.
Yeah, you never know. If Miraculous can call pigeons doves and doves pigeons, you never know.
All birds are the same, apparently, to Miraculous.
I did mention this, by the way. They wrote themselves into a corner because they've been referring to the pigeons as doves in the Spanish dub for like 5 seasons at that point. by the time they got to the episode where Bob Roth actively calls them pigeons when they're doves or vice versa, they have to go like, no, they're just birds. No one wants to hear the word doves. It's just birds. It's like, what are you talking about? Anyway, let's go back to these, dove pigeons flying in a perfect circle like vultures.
Which they shouldn't be doing.
They're all around me, circling like vultures.
Mm-hmm. I'm coming to save you!
Such a dramatic.
How did it get that far ahead?
Birds, get away from it!
Was the running and jumping really needed?
What? You can't
Yes.
keep up?
It's just birds! Wait,
It is just birds.
birds?
Hmm.
Birds, Aphmau?
Oh yeah, now I know how it got that far ahead. It was flung. I guess and is also uninjured.
Oh, damn. This isn't good.
Well, yeah, the person who was known for not being able to run very fast.
Hey, kid, you alive?
Wait, you're not gonna eat me?
Different color. It's
Hey, we
pink
didn't say
or
that. I just
purple.
asked if you were alive. I don't know if I finished the job or not.
It's pink instead of purple. So, wrong color.
It's the wrong one. Okay. Whee! Gotta find the real one.
This is...
Oh,
Gotta
gosh,
get
it's
it.
another-
Gotta get it in the crib. Gotta get it in the crib.
It's another
I don't know
one.
have either of you two seen Titanic: The Legend Goes On?
I
Or
watched
any
the-
reviews around it?
I
Yeah.
watched the one guy review it. He does all the knockoff reviews and stuff. I watched that a while ago.
It doesn't really round it down significantly. I assume you mean JonTron, but either way.
And it wasn't him.
Yeah, I'm just remembering the character they introduced, like the detective, who just like has the same hair as the main love interest, and they just go, "Oh no!" They just pull him up from the motion. "Oh no, it's not William." And then everyone just goes, "All right, throw him back." Every reviewer's made that joke, and of course they did. How can you not?
Meanwhile, remember the rapping dog from...
Well, yes, the rapping dog speaks for itself, literally. I also found out, apparently, again, another dub fact here, because the original movie is an Italian movie, so it was obviously in Italian first. The dog actually is singing about like a warning to about the mice to stay alive or keep on guard or something like that. Just with all that footage. And so they changed the song lyrics to be vaguely about party time, which made it even worse.
Party time.
There's something you should know, so I'm gonna tell you so. Don't sweat it, forget it, enjoy the show.
Like, that's
Working all
kind
day, now it's time to unwind. Kick back, relax, take a load off your mind. Yes, I've seen many reviews of this.
Meanwhile, I've only watched the JonTron one, and I can just hear the song in my head.
One of my first ever nostalgia critic videos that I saw was actually the type where that Titanic Legend Goes On. The first one I ever saw was the third one, which is just how it worked out. But yeah.
My question is, how does the legend go on when the Titanic sailed on its... when the Titanic sunk on its maiden voyage?
Because there were more people that survived to tell the tale in this version because everyone had a happy ending.
Apparently.
So that's why the legend goes on, because people can talk about it.
There were no issues there. There was no class issues at all on the Titanic.
I don't think that movie does not go into details about that.
What? No, it's a completely different hermit crab.
Daddy?
By the way, you want to know what its name is? It's not said in the episode. I'm just going to specify. But the other one's named He. What do you think the description titles this crab?
She?
Ha ha.
Oh, okay, close enough.
So yeah, it's only saying in the description.
Hey, look, they've got a naming convention at least. Torian would be proud.
Daddy!
Wait, what's the mama named? Mama? Actually, that would work.
It would, yes.
Me? Why me?
If I had a nickel for every time Aaron's been called daddy, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. If anyone doesn't remember, there was a Minecraft minigame, I think it was Yeah, it was a
It was a
blooper.
It was a blooper though. It was released as a blooper and something else.
It was, yeah. I think it was just separate as a blooper as well. But yes, that's the version that circulated. And to be fair, everyone kept in character, during that time. Obviously, Kawaii-chan had her freak out and everything, so it wasn't it wasn't a bad situation at all. Really,
Aphmau said, "So what do you want to do, Daddy?" And then Aaron just started dying.
Aaron started dying in like the Minecraft seizure thing. I don't think Jason had much to say, was much of a reaction at that point. Obviously, the person who was dying the most was Aphmau herself, just both in and out of character.
Like, it's also the fact that she's probably used to calling him that because they have 2 children.
They have kids. Yeah, like that. That's what I assume is the reason behind it.
I mean,
I'm sure that the internet had other theories regarding the reason behind it, but that's what I think was the proper. Yeah.
What about him? He's a
Now
crab
is not
too.
the
Why
time
not
for
him?
that kind of thoughts.
Him?
Banish them!
Me?
Aiden, you shall be banished!
I like my impure thoughts. Impure thoughts are fun.
Banish! I am going to press this grass to your face.
There was literally a bingo, Gord, that like Aiden says something dirty, or like goes the dirty route or something like that. I forget the exact wording of it basically, but yeah.
Just because I'm a crab, I'm not a crabby daddy.
Don't
Crabby
you love
daddy.
me?
Ew,
Don't-
no.
Okay, Haha's looking at Aaron the entire time, even though Zane is responding.
Bye-bye.
Zane! What? I'm not ready for kids.
To be
Honestly,
honest,
fair. Just because a kid, I will say again from my D&D experience, just because a kid is guilting you into becoming their parent does not mean you should do it.
what do you mean? You love the mimic child?
Like, if I had a nickel.
The mimic child I just met, yeah.
Like, if I had a nickel for every time we were almost robbed by a child who called us mommy or daddy, I'd have a lot of nickels. Why do you keep doing that?
Wait, I don't remember calling anyone mommy or daddy.
I think Aiden is just prepping us for like the one time we get like the Tiny Toon spin-off where it's all of the kids having an adventure or something.
What do you? Well, we're already like halfway there. To be honest, I have a child. I have Emily, Error. Let's be honest. All we need is you to have a child persona or Ghosty to have a child persona, and we have like pretty much a full party.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
Child Lou. When Lou comes back, he ends up becoming a child.
What about not?
Little occulta? It's called.
I mean, he gets to redo his life. There's actually one of my favorite anime of all time did that at one point for one of the characters. It just gave them like a hard reset in the penultimate episode. And then the last episode, they ended up like aging them up to toddler immediately, and I was like, "What in the Renesmee is happening now?" Anyway,
By the way,
Don't worry about it.
I looked up most annoying girl names on Google, and the 2 top results were Renesmee and Bloodrain.
I'm gonna name my child Blood Rain one day. It's gonna be awesome.
yeah, no, why not Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven while you're at it?
Oh no, that's just gonna be the whole middle name. The whole middle name.
Blood Rain, Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven. What have we got down here?
He's just a shitty crab that hates kids. Hey! But I've got you.
Like,
Imagine if Haha repeated that line. It's like, oh no, this is why I'm not a parent.
Are you lost?
Also, I'm just gonna say, like, Aaron calls Zane greedy for not wanting children. Even though it's quite the opposite. If you don't want to have children, or you can't afford children, then don't take in children.
Yes,
That
very
way,
true.
you
I mean,
know,
it's something
someone
that
else
Aphmau,
can give the child the best life that they can.
something that Aphmau should have learned after Diaries, but
She just kept adopting kids. She has so many kids. She's running Ghost Kitty's orphanage at this point.
essentially, yeah. Honestly, if there had been a Diaries subplot where she had built an orphanage, I would not have been surprised.
I was hungry. I wanted to get food because my mommy said I can't have snacks.
You know, I just realized with this. Imagine, because obviously, speaking of Aphmau and kids and everything, you know,
Pretty
these
sure
are
this is
just
one of her daughters.
if these crabs in general are voiced by their daughters. What do you think it's like for them to be like, ah, yes, can I watch the show? Can I watch the video that I'm in? And then be like, ah, yes, about that. It has some language.
About
Do you think they have
that,
do you think they have like
no.
a censored version that's just for their kids to see? They're like, nah,
Aaron,
you're
start
old
it.
enough now. You can hear these things.
And so I went to find food, but then the bird picked me up. And my sister too. And now I don't know where I am.
Sounds like quite a story.
Papa! Bird!
Oh god.
What the?
That's one fat seagull.
Hey, don't body shame the seagull. That's very rude.
Yeah. Also, I mean, as we can't tell because it's close up, I suppose. But yeah.
He does look a little bit pixel.
What the hell are they saying?
It's one fat seagull that's the same size as all of the other seagulls around it.
Imagine if they did like a callback to the giant squirrel that was Ross that one time. Cheap.
Cheap.
I don't speak seagull. Do I look like a seagull?
They said they were gonna kill the humans and to eat the cows! And also the fat one is mad. Because you call him fat.
Oh, so the seagulls can understand you. That's at least something.
Actually,
I got
that's
this!
terrifying. That means the
Also, I
seagulls-
guess is if it finishes sentence with haha, so I guess that's where they get their name from, is what they say at the end of their sentences.
Ah, I didn't pick
Also-
up on that.
like to say it, that's a terrifying notion.
yeah.
The seagulls being able to learn human language, because that means the seagulls have been observing humans long enough to know the human language, and that is freaky. That is Freaky Friday.
Ghosty. Next season of Mermaid Tales is gonna be all about birdemic.
No, you see. Here's what happened. There was originally one seagull that that fell in love with a different seagull that was obsessed with humans. So it then hid in a bunch of vents and taught itself human language in order to try to impress
Vents don't
the love
exist.
interest. And then
Vents don't exist.
it found the first vent to ever exist in Edwin's lab.
Is that a
In Edwin's lab
Pokemon?
specifically, it
Is
taught itself human language, and then they came back, and the seagull rejected it anyway. And so they decided, okay, I'm just going to join a couple of criminals for a few years, and then I'm going to go off my own and teach a bunch of my brethren to communicate as well.
That's me.
I don't need to listen.
That's me.
That's right.
Magic!
I can't believe you hit me with a Pokemon reference. It took me. I was like, oh, I know where this is going, and I wanted you to stop immediately. But another part of my brain was like, no, let him cook.
This all took place it's in Las Vegas, which is the only real location featured in this world.
I actually did it!
I love how his incantation phrase is just the word magic.
Wait, what'd you do?
Magic.
I killed it!
No.
Of course, his first. Yeah, about to say if his first spell was a Vada Kedavra, we're in trouble.
What the? I can talk. That's amazing. I'm like a
There we go.
people now.
I'm like that.
Oh
people.
yes, I'm still going to kill you, and my motivation's not changed in the slightest. But prepare to die, humans. Well, one human.
Zane, which spell did you use?
Just a spell.
He cast tongues, obviously.
I have no idea. Thank you, Crab. I shall let you live. Now, I am to go scream at people for food. I'm off.
And I guess just gonna go and prank people now. I want a spin-off of this seagull pranking people.
Oh,
No
that's
one
gonna be
will
a-
believe you.
Oh yeah, cameras don't exist in this world.
That was
Your name is Ivan, you say? Well, you seem like a sane type of fellow. How
He's
do you
in
do?
jail. He's in jail, I think. I think he got arrested for assaulting 2 random maidens.
I'm a literal jailbird now. No! Guards, let me out of here!
Very weird.
I make life. I'm a god.
I create life!
So wait, now you're a dad? You're a dad now.
You
Yay!
didn't make life. You just gave him the ability to talk.
Close enough. You're a dad now. You
It was
became
clearly
daddy.
non-sentient before, obviously.
Obviously.
even though it was known to understand. Oh wow, that was short-lived.
Yeah, the spinoff ended really quickly. Covers the god's eyes.
Oh, man.
Okay, maybe I still don't know what my magic does. Let's
You're just
go
casting
find Aph,
rhasting
please.
spells. You don't even know what half them
Let's
do.
don't do magic anymore, you know?
I mean, how was he supposed to learn, you know? He hasn't got actual spell slaps.
For a little bit.
I'll hold back after that.
All right, kid, can you tell us where you live? We might be able to get
Okay.
you home.
He doesn't have spell
Always.
slabs
The man.
yet.
Yeah.
No, he could probably make some.
He will figure it
Okay,
out eventually.
Well, let's find out where that
I'm
is.
still waiting for the day in which he turns into a person.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he still has the realm breaker / soul echo / glow pearl on him. So technically, he could become a person, assumingly if he use it on him. Assume.
I mean, he has a reason to do it now because you know, if he ever needs to go and track down Gareth or something, or wants to go get revenge on him for leaving or whatever.
Wait,
Oh god, I
we
mean,
need to find Aphmau.
Mhm. Hello, big brother.
Oh,
Zane,
it'll be
these
just like
hermit crabs
that one video I sent you.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Zane and Gareth
Probably
on a
will-
seemingly normal Tuesday.
Baited. Hopefully, Aph will be trying to take the other one home too.
You're right. Let's go.
Go that way, okay?
That child is going to take them in circles so hard.
Yeah, probably.
I have no sense of navigation. Why would you trust me? Haha.
No,
Purple.
this is the wrong way again.
Again?
Speaking of no sense of navigation, there you go.
How? My calculations are exact. I even made a compass out of sticks.
I still don't trust you.
Out of sticks.
Yeah, it really wouldn't.
You made a compass out of sticks, and you presume your calculations to be exact.
Yeah.
Like, do you
What
want...
magnetic pull are you using from sticks?
No, he explains that in a minute. I will
Obviously, he's using the magnetic pull of nature.
say.
Ah, yes, of course, the magnetic pull of nature. All right then.
Didn't you know he's a druid? He's a druid artificer multi-class.
That's right. I forgot that the Forest of Five Names is basically the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah.
I can make flower crowns.
I wish I could ask how you got such a skill. But I'm
Well, you see,
Skill to make flower crowns. That's nothing compared to making a compass that has a magnetic pull out of wood.
at the moment.
Why are you impressed by flowers? I mean, the fact they grow in the ocean is a different matter altogether. That's more impressive, but still.
Have to go. Just go up the side of the ship. I've seen Captain do it.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, go
You
back.
just have to go back to the ship to do it.
No, you missed the joke.
Okay.
The joke is that when he has to use the bathroom,
No.
But I'm a little peeved at the moment.
Oh, okay, fine.
If you have to go,
Well, good thing that she hasn't met Peeves in this universe yet.
go up the side of the ship. I've seen Captain do it.
Wait, what? Not sure.
I mean, I guess, you know, Aaron's not a man to be concerned about his privacy at such times. Fair enough.
Oh,
If
hey,
I mean,
Vaughn.
where are pirates supposed to pee, huh? They don't have toilets or indoor plumbing.
being impressed by what I meant was would he do it in private, but honestly not really, you know, it's not necessary. But yeah, being impressed by flowers is in right now. Well, in that case, how do they grow underwater? That's season 1 question more than anything else.
So are we close to finding Hihi's home?
Geologically, I'm not sure. This island seems odd.
We have to get her home.
This camera gave me like a really weird idea. What if the island just rotates? It's actually a line turtle. They just keep going in different directions because the poles keep changing.
Like, that's also
I'm
the
getting
thing that they keep choosing really weird camera angles. Like, it feels like the camera is going to turn upside down and it's gonna start spinning and stuff.
Let's go back to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, this is a story all about...
Hungry.
Would be the
Oh,
first.
silence
This
for
would
now.
not be the first time I got disoriented by camera angles.
No, probably not the last either.
Allow me to think.
Hey, she's hungry. We should get her food and...
We're not going to go on the side of those ships for sure.
Get down!
It's
Over
the
here.
Navy. We love the Navy in the show.
Get
Get
down!
down! There's no way they can see us from here.
Get down over here! Even though you can't, you're already down. It's not like you can stand or anything.
Get down! We're entirely out of range! And therefore in no danger whatsoever.
Like, he probably is in the mind that they're going to like be monitoring the island through a spyglass.
Yeah.
They're
Hide behind a
currently
rock.
too busy for that. You know, attacking each other, I would have thought.
Hide behind rock. This is rock.
If someone just going like, what's on this island right now? We're under attack! I'm looking at the wildlife here. I like flowers.
You gotta stealth though.
going on?
You gotta roll that stealth check, Jacob.
That's what stealth check? No, if there's a guy watching, it'd be a perception check, if anything.
Marines are still
Or investigation. Long distance investigation.
looking for us. Looks like another pirate was caught in this crossfire.
Well, probably several, because, you know, one person will not operate, you know... Okay, anyway.
Oh, and they died.
Okay, now they might be in trouble.
They're very dead. I think they're all drowning.
That being said, that was a really cool visual of the ship toppling. Probably, I don't think I've seen anything to that effect, to that scale before in one of these videos.
Oh no!
I've got to check to see if there are underwater files anywhere. We're on land! Where do you think you'll find them? Puddles?
That's a shame.
I have to help them!
I mean, okay. Hopefully that you're not going to fall into shallow water from that distance or that cliff.
Stop! Huh? Think of the risk. If you go out there, you'll let the Marines know our location.
Okay, that's true for them, but also for her, the biggest risk is breaking her neck on impact of shallow rocks that she can't see from up high. But yes, that's
Putting
it.
your friends in danger.
But
You need to lay low. It's either their lives or your friends.
you're right. But still...
Oh no, your eyes are puddles.
Your eyes are
Such a
puddles.
simple.
I have no bad memories. I can't relate to this. Even being flung high, I guess, wasn't traumatizing for me.
creature.
Edwin.
Hmm?
Did changing your voice change your heart too?
Huh?
I forgot to mention, I have DID.
Oh! No, not at all. It was just a quick slip of the mind. A lost thought
It's called a character arc, Aphmau. Get on with
I
the
was thinking
program.
about. I wouldn't want to see my first friend, and mermaid friend at that, get hurt.
Oh, thanks.
Your first friend, wow.
Also,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, gotta make sense for him.
it's
but,
the
you know.
fact that Aphmau didn't know him too well in the first place. I would say this would seem out of character if we didn't get, like, only a few minutes of his character before.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing. She's still trying to figure him out specifically. So we can't have been granted too much beforehand.
You seem.
He kind of reminds me of Mur. Sometimes inside thoughts become outside thoughts.
Yeah, and yet actually Mur gains more of the trust of different people. Although to be fair, Mur was paired up with Aphmau, who reminds me of Fred a little bit in terms of innocence, at least. So that was probably the only way she was gonna be trusted.
Bonk.
What?
Oh, I read the word Mur because it was like it was cut off in the StreamYard at that point. But no, Merle. Okay, right. I mean, that's why he's got the voice, isn't it?
He's trying to entice the Mer women.
I have it on good authority that ladies like this for some reason, so
Yeah, like every time Jacob does a voice for a male character that's somewhat attractive, at least 3 to 5 ladies in his local region fall incensed onto the floor.
You know what? I should just do there's a full video just in a deep voice and see if my analytics change at all.
Oh my god, yes.
new VTuber character debut. That's gonna be it. Just that voice constantly. See what happens.
Nothing. You've just been a bit upset since we started walking.
Of course
Well,
I
I mean,
am.
you did call my voice horrific, so I felt the need to change myself for you, so, of course I'm upset. Of course I'm a tad upset about it.
It's also the fact that I don't trust him, and I don't think he is who he says he is. But just this once, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. You barely know this man. Why are you saying these general statements like, "Oh, you've changed, person that I've known for all of 24 hours"?
I don't. Has it been 24 hours? It's been probably more like 18 at this point, and half that time was being tied up. I'm gonna be honest. Half the time was tied up by other people.
Hey, look. When you're tied up with someone, you do bond with them.
Going in circles because the river we followed ended, and my compass isn't working.
Hold on. You followed a river and you went in circles because it ended? What? What do you mean? What river goes in a circle and ends? But also the river ends normally, but if it was in a circle, it wouldn't have an end.
And
what was that sentence?
He's likely meaning an oxbow lake.
I don't know what an oxbow lake is.
Okay.
Then why did he call it a river?
Like, it's because it's, you know how rivers tend to wander as time goes on?
Yep.
Waits over time. Well, sometimes a little bit of the river can break off from the river, and it becomes something called an oxbow lake.
I have seen these before, actually.
And it's called an oxbow lake because of its particular shape.
So this is how I find out the circles have an end. Yeah, apparently so.
I know this.
Okay, he made that again. He made that out of sticks. It's fully properly marked and everything. I was expecting there to not be like any markings on it, but it's a general stick pointing in a direction. I still await the explanation that I was promised.
Pretty sure it gets explained in like a line or two. Give it a moment.
Okay.
Bare metal I had in my belt must work. So.
Oh, so it wasn't made out of sticks. So that was a lie then. Fantastic. Okay, you know what? Okay, I see.
I will say it's pretty impressive that you're maintaining the voice even when screaming in terror. I'm gonna be honest, that's pretty impressive. That's a pretty impressive voice maintaining.
This is definitely a DID situation rather than a voice.
He's become another person entirely.
Don't let me go!
I won't. I'm having a rough time. I got you.
Be the Arctic goose you were born to be.
I can help. No, baby, please, just.
I thought for a second, first of all, ragdoll physics. Second of all, I thought that there was something that he was going to be super strong and just be like, I can help. Yoink. One arm. But no, this works, yeah.
Fall into the jagged rocks.
Wait, hold on. I gotta do a thing. Wait a second. Okay. Hey, Johnny, play the one about falling down the stairs again. Oh. Never mind.
Alive. Baby, are you alive? Yes, that was fun.
Fun? We
Again.
almost died!
Again.
Again.
Yep, there we go.
Can't see how we could possibly...
Oh.
What the...
Okay, now the voice is starting to slip a little bit.
Huh?
Don't move. I'm pretty sure we're paralyzed. Well, good. Stay there, I guess.
Ha! Got him.
And there they are.
These nuts got him.
Oh my god. What a reintroduction.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Yes.
A mermaid.
They deceive you. They're lying
Oh, no.
to you. The crab's moving.
I do look. They've worked out the moving of the barrels and other models, so you know that's something. Oh look, she came back.
No. No. Perfect. This piece works.
No,
Those are unworthy.
No, it doesn't. What gave
Yeah.
you the impression that that would work?
It's Minecraft zombie physics. If they have a you know,
A helmet on.
yeah, they have a helmet of any kind, they're perfectly fine. Even if the sun is beaming down them from different angles. Yeah.
Ouch!
Nope.
You don't put your hand out if you want to be. Okay.
Come on, stupid sun, go down!
Unless you had to like cover herself in leaves or something, they become like a leaf monster.
I don't know if she could. Ow! Oh!
Sorry. I'm just feeling her.
Wing. I should be out there helping everyone.
Something
Are
she
you lost, girl?
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my mom jump scared me. Anyways, I don't know if the whole leaves thing would even work because that's a lot of concentration to maintain theoretically to hold all that leaves to your body.
Also,
I mean, I don't know. Leaves are relatively light.
like,
No, but you're probably right. Yeah.
speaking of ghosts and concentration, why doesn't she try just possessing a body?
I don't know if she's ever. I don't think
I don't
if she
know.
can do
I
that.
don't know
Maybe.
if she could do that. I mean, it's
What?
possible, but
Technically,
she's
we
never.
don't.
She's never mentioned it to anyone that she can
Like-
possess people.
Also, since we don't exactly know what type of spirit she is, we can't say if she can do it or not. But it's
What she
generally-
can do is levitate people, so she could probably like levitate a crab to right in the sand or something to freak them all out.
Like, we already know that she is capable of a lot of things as a ghost, which makes me come to the conclusion that she is a spirit or a phantom. In which case, yeah, possessing a body would be child's play.
I don't know. I don't know if that's in her wheelhouse, or even if she can do it. I don't think she's ever tried to possess people based off her personality, anyways.
Yeah, but it would be one way for her to solve her problem. Like, I'm not bringing this up as a critique or anything.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
bringing
no.
it up as an example of something she probably could do, but something we'll probably never see. Unless we're
I mean, she
about
could. She could like learn to do it or think about doing it for the first time. Be like, I've never tried this, but now I'm in a situation, I must, or something.
Like, good to know that it's not going to happen in this episode because of obligatory Aiden pushback, because he's
Oh,
too...
I know
random,
nothing.
Random crab. What's your name? Vlad. Perfect. You can't hear me. I'm talking to myself. Okay, I just heard your name from someone else. Anyways, possession time.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I would like to see her possess someone, but also I worry if the idea of she possessing someone would make her too similar to Emlyn / Ghost in My Street, because
If she hops from one to another, then it would probably be fine. But if she's staying in the same one,
because
yes, I can see
like
the
I don't
problem.
know, I would kind of worry it would be too similar, unless they're leading to a weird version of reality where Lumi ends up possessing a alternate version of Kim, which I feel like
I
would
was
be
gonna
a
say, I
very
don't think we've
weird
seen
turn.
Kim in this yet. I
No,
don't
Kim
think
has
so.
not appeared in this yet as anything, as not even as a crab or anything. So Kim does not exist. Which, by the way, I was thinking about this earlier. So we have the Wolf Pack, essentially as a pirate crew. We have the Minor Demons pirate crew. But Lawrence doesn't. Lawrence has a crew, but it's pretty much just filled with generic pirates for what we've seen. You know,
well, so does Garth's.
But you know what would have been awesome if they did for Lawrence? If they made Kim and Dante a part of the pirate crew for Lawrence. Because Lawrence and Kim almost dated that one time and had a connection early on.
Like,
and Dante and Lawrence are friends in most
I would say
continuities.
Garth and Kim had a stronger connection in the end, so Kim would be being in Garth's group would also have been quite fun. Obviously, she wasn't around for that at that point anyway.
Yeah.
But also, Lawrence's crew probably should have been the Shadow Knights that he then left.
Yeah.
For a more accurate parallel.
I was also going to say, Lawrence and Kim were dating before that plot line fell off the end of the earth.
Well, I think they were supposed to have like one date, but that never really came to fruition.
And then, if that plot fell off the edge of the earth and into the eternal void.
Yeah, that's what Aiden was saying. Yeah, if it weren't for the whole Shadow Knights connection, which would make more sense as a callback for Lawrence, then I would have, possibly been like, oh yeah, have a couple of others.
Wait, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next pirate crew we get. We have like the Wolf Pack, the Minor Demons crew. I wouldn't be surprised if we have the Shadow Knights as a pirate crew down the line.
There are a lot of the pirate crews that used specifically for cameos.
I love how Minecraft displays dialogue as characters repeatedly whipping their heads up and down. No, that's specifically an Aphmau thing. If you look at other MCTV roleplays, it's 50-50 on if they do it or not.
That's true. A lot of the roleplays that do it were inspired by Aphmau to some degree. So yeah, including some of my own. I've done like a couple of scenes here and there. Aiden can't really say one way or the other because that's also another example because I remember doing a few bits of body acting for a couple of heart points. But yeah.
Zane, Huh? Wait, you're not Zane?
Oh, you know my little crab cake?
Wait.
Another friend! Intruder! Tie her up again! Wait, who are you talking to? Can't you see her?
You can see me?
Can't everyone?
No, not everyone.
Runs in the family.
Wait, did you see me before when I was throwing Aaron around?
You were doing what?
Never mind. Can you just now see me?
Of course. That's why I'm asking if you were lost. We don't get humans around here often, but you're the fourth
I'm
one
a
today.
human. I'm a human. Look at me.
I'm real woman. There's you want to go skateboards?
It's a long story. I'm just trying to fly out to my friends, but I can't because the sun is up.
Wow, humans fly.
Oh, you hate the sun?
No.
Yes, I'm like
saying
I need to put on a lot of stuff.
Start to.
We invented sunscreen for Zane specifically in this universe.
Vanish, and it's painful. So I need something to cover my head. But it doesn't always work, so...
Oh, that's silly. Either way, you're a friend of my Zane Krabby Cake, right?
Oh, yes.
Then please.
One of the things I do
him
like
this
about Lumi in this, though, is her limitation with the sun, because theoretically speaking, Lumi is like one of the most powerful characters on the show. Because she can physically interact with humans and throw things and hurt people and not be touched or harmed. But adding the sun limitation here is a pretty nice way to make her not, super overpowered essentially as a character.
She can throw things.
Yeah, she can throw things. She threw a bunch of glasses at the butler during.
If she can hold things and concentrate to touch them, it stands to reason she can throw them as well.
Yeah, she
but that mildly changes this spirit that I thought she was cataloged as. In that case, it would change her from phantom status to poltergeist status.
I I would have said class 5 forming Vapor personally.
Tell him that his mother and father love him very much.
Not his dad. His dad does not love him. His dad does not love him.
He has a complicated way of expressing himself. Which I mean, he is a stonewall.
They're with magic, but we have to leave now. He's free to find us again, but we can't remain on this island with hermit crabs here.
I want to meet Vlad. I want to meet Vlad Crab. Don't leave without Vlad Crab meeting him.
I thought we did meet Vlad Crab at one point.
No, we saw a brief cameo of him sneaking away after she called him out. We didn't actually have a scene of him properly.
Oh, okay.
I want to meet Vlad
It's
Crab.
a part of life. Either way, here, I brought this book you can give to him. It was his favorite magic book.
This book is spelled Abracadabra, or whatever.
Yeah, so he had a magic book that he used to read all the time, apparently, as his favorite. But yet his calling card to yell magic are the pages filled with the words magic, or something.
He finds us soon.
It's that
But we
one
must
Mystery
leave.
Skulls song.
Yeah, also, in the last episode, it was implied that Ziana didn't know what books were and called them spell slabs constantly. But now she gives a full printed book over and said it was Zane's favorite.
Yeah, well, she knew he was reading it. I don't know.
Like, this might be a case
But she
where
then knows about the existence of books then.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of these things is not like the other.
like I do have a theory. Like, maybe it's a thing where she knows more about humans than she's letting on, but she's pretending to be like really stupid to appease her husband.
Okay, but pretend in front of who? That was a scene of just her and Zane together with the spell slabs thing. Why does she have to pretend in front of him if presumably
No,
she
no, no,
knows
no,
about
no,
the
no.
book to begin with?
No, she wasn't alone. Saying her husband was the Garte was there.
Oh, so she's been pretending that she doesn't know what books are until right this second.
I don't know.
So
Oh
the
no, not
gods-
about that.
okay.
No, but I'm just specifying there wasn't a scene where her and Zane were just alone together. It was always
Sure, but
group
also that does
interactions.
raise the question: if she noticed that he had a favorite book, did Garte just never figure that out either? I know there's the whole running thing about Garte not paying attention to Zane in
Yeah.
general, but to that extreme, I don't know.
Leave.
I won't sing the song, but it feels like a retcon to me.
Classic Aphmau retconness.
How'd you do that? You have an echo filter now?
What do you mean? It's fairly easy. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
I got a new microphone that has this pre-installed.
That's awesome.
I can just turn a dial on my microphone to turn it on.
You've lived up to your name
Abracadabra.
now. You are in fact a ghost now.
And I should-
Redcons, they're bad for me and you. Redcons, next time think your story through.
Like, I can hear myself as I talk with this on, and I sound like I'm like in a cave.
Oh, I can't hear myself with it. I have to go by blind faith with them. That's why like now that even I've turned it down, I don't know if it's I have to like
It's not on.
just hope that it worked, you know.
Okay.
Blind faith. Yeah.
See me.
I opened the first page and absorbed its contents, absorbed its knowledge.
What are you, Willow from season 6?
Any who have touched the book and know of its secrets can see the beyond.
Yeah, she like knows more than she's letting on, I feel.
Possibly.
I mean, you know, Ziana does conduct affairs in most of her iterations, so I suppose
Oh
that
god.
makes sense. She's used to doing
I
that.
forgot about that part.
I mean,
don't wanna
Vlad
remember.
exists in this universe, which implies.
Oh, this is the problem when you try to make when you make Ziana instead of a concept of a mother like she is pretty much in Diaries for the most part. And when you try to make her a fully fledged likable character, and then you have to acknowledge the fact that Vlad is always the half brother from a fair, technically, or at least in Diaries canon.
Yeah,
Like,
at least with the, and I'll say that, and also like mechanically, you have to figure out, okay, did this happen right the second after Zane was born for them to be in the same school year? Did Vlad skip grades? In this case, at least the I guess the gestation period for a crab, but there's no gestation period for a crab, it's just laying eggs. She just had Oh wait, no, that might have been what happened.
Wait,
Maybe it was just
someone-
another crab that
another
came around
man
and
fertilized
fertilized
the
the eggs.
eggs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
That's the
all right.
canon,
No,
guys.
Yeah, like when it
yeah,
comes,
that's canon now. No fair this time.
it's also like my street where I think they try to get rid of the half brother bit, only for it to fall on its face.
Well, they mentioned half brother in Phoenix Drop High briefly, but that's it. You know, they never go into it, and I think they try to ignore it. Honestly, they probably just try to ignore it and just be like, let's not acknowledge this part of the lore, this canonical part of the lore we added."
And then it was never acknowledged again.
It is such a weird line as well because like, you know, why would Gareth have to reiterate half brothers are brothers too to Vlad, who already probably felt that way anyway? That was very obviously for the audience at that point. So they wanted us to make the association.
Okay, theory. Ziana donated one of her eggs to a bank,
and then received the child after conception.
Yeah, that's what happened. No affair needed. Yay!
Yeah, that's not how it works when you donate eggs.
I know.
Like
but I'm trying to make up my excuse.
Like, to throw it out there, like, she might have had problems conceiving and asked for a surrogate. Of course, this was shortly before Zane was born, and just kind of things just worked out that, hey, I have 2 sons that are a similar age bracket now.
That would be fine if it weren't for the fact that Vlad calls Zane Big Brother, which means he must have been born first. Otherwise, you might have been onto something there.
No one else but Zane has been able to see me.
Okay, I have a theory of how people are able to see her.
Okay. Sorry, we're not about Vlad. Okay, this, yes.
Okay, here's my theory. So I think she's a lot more powerful and has a lot more control over it than she thinks. I think when she really, really wants someone, really needs someone to see her, she subconsciously finds a way to activate someone's ability to see her somehow. You know,
and that didn't come in handy when they were under attack on the ship.
Yes.
Although I guess maybe like staying hidden was an advantage when you're you know, under attack. So maybe that counteracted it. Maybe.
I don't know. They'll probably explain later since they're drawing attention to it now.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could use this as a way to go out.
That book's that book's smaller than like the slab of wood you had on your head. So no.
But if you open it, it becomes the same size.
Then you have to.
It's not open, but still.
No good.
Although
kudos to her for still balancing it on herself.
Although I do question the concept of ghost pain, because like the reasons humans have pain is because we have pain receptors to know when our body is being harmed in some way.
True.
Yeah. How does that work for a spectral form? Like you don't have pain receptors anymore.
I know how to explain it. The ectoplasm reacts to sunlight.
Probably.
And it's obvious that type of spectral energy cannot survive in the sun for too long, either because of its holy properties or because of its luminescence.
So it might just have like, you know, an equivalency to pain for the same reason, a survival instinct.
Guess I'll have to wait for the sun to set.
Oh, don't worry. It looks like it's about to hit sunset. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it did seem... Although the cave was a bit deceptive there, maybe, but yeah.
Go left. Now left again.
No, we're going
Go left, then go left again.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That is, you know, that is fair. I mean, this is the one creature that can guide you places.
leading us in circles.
Oh, that's because I don't know directions, silly.
I was right.
Mm-hmm.
I was right when I said as a joke that the child was going to lead them in circles, and now the prophecy has returned.
The prophecy has returned, the oracle powers are there, and the river found its end sometime earlier. Yes.
Yes. I mean, no.
The oxbow, the lake has been recovered.
Be patient, all right? She's just a kid.
Kid or not, this thing sucks!
This is very interesting to see like Aaron on the other side of this, by the way, because he was the one who was subjected to Nekoet's kid antics in Falcor University, and now is like, oh yeah.
Wow, wonderful.
This is a more mature Aaron, obviously, but yeah.
You taught her a curse word.
I mean, it sucks.
I'm sorry, you cursed in front of her multiple times, mister. Don't give us that.
You dumb.
No,
You dumb, haha.
Thanks for the no one.
You know, it's kind of nice to see someone else angry for once.
Speak!
I will say that these two act more like siblings than a father and daughter, so I'm glad they didn't go with the Zane adopts random Kermit Crab plotline.
Cause I'm impatient!
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think these characters are definitely aren't gonna stick around beyond this arc. Mostly because they're voiced by Aphmau's actual daughters, and I don't know if Aphmau would want to have them continuously voice a character for like 7 to 8 episodes, maybe 10 episodes, the rast of the season.
I mean, they are on a quest to find their parents, so they're not intended to stick around. Especially when the main crew's plan is to get out of here when they can.
Her magic and these hermits are stopping me from doing that.
Your magic sucks.
You take that back. I'm trying to learn.
I gave something life,
bird and-
technically. Yeah, an exploded bird.
And by gave something life, I mean I translated its language, which is not the same thing.
Gave it sentience. What else can I do?
Technically, that's
Well,
close enough.
Yeah, I said sentience before, but I was kidding. That's not how that. It was not. It was never not sentient because Haha translated what the seagull said anyway.
You can help us find this little one her home.
Not a bad idea. Let me
Isn't
give
that
it a
what we've been
shot.
doing this whole time?
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Give
it a shot. Reconsider what you thought. I have the power.
No, you got to say the incantation. Say magic.
Oh. And he's dead.
And this is how he becomes a ghost and lives with Lumi.
Say what happened.
Too much
I gave
magic.
myself a hernia.
I think I need nap.
Oh, mana sickness.
He pooped out. Poor guy.
Oh, great. Guess
Oh,
I'll
that's
have to do
something.
it my way.
Now, I mean, here's an idea. Why don't you fashion a compass out of sticks? It's super easy to do, apparently.
Well, you
Or
gotta
you need
use
some
metal for
spare
the bag.
metal.
How you make a compass?
Well, you see, big brains equal illogical building, apparently.
maybe Edwin is a wizard, and that's why he wasn't saying this whole time.
I'm going home.
We said going home.
What's up with these two and getting tied up together?
Again, bonding.
More like bondage, but, you know, close enough.
I can't
Yeah, no.
believe this. Crew, it's a real
I mean, you can
mermaid.
have bonding and bondage at the same time.
Yes, in fact, but yeah, anyway, yeah.
This is impossible.
This is
Oh.
amazing.
Oh yeah, this me, Dottie, and Ryland's new VAs. They sound alright.
Okay.
Wait,
I am surprised. I mean, obviously, Daniel's even got his old VA back.
what
Yeah.
do we do with this actually?
Oh god,
Easy.
Ross does
We're
such
going
a
to
good
take-
job as Daniel. I hated the new voice.
Well, I
they
see.
picked
I say
for-
original, not original. Surfer Daniel was original, but you know, close
Yeah,
enough.
but I hated the new voice they chose for Daniel for the latter half of season 6 because, like, I just thought it didn't sound much like Daniel.
Yeah, it was good. It was getting close enough. But yeah, you definitely need somebody who has like the imitation. You got to do the nasally thing. That's the pattern for it, really. You know, that's what it all comes down to.
Yeah, because if
You
you
can get
don't,
the cadence right, but if it doesn't like have the resonance, then you know.
Yeah, honestly, that version of Daniel seemed like a mix of Ross Daniel and original Surfer Daniel. It seemed like those two got blended together voice wise.
Not the worst way to go in that case, but yeah.
You're back to our ship and keep her.
Keep her?
Yeah, I'm the captain, and what I say goes.
Is this the mermaid equals good luck superstition? Ivan's got something to say about that.
Yeah, we've been thinking.
Oh, there's your problem there.
Yeah, we've been thinking, oh, there's a problem there.
Right, that's my leave I drink line for tonight.
Ah, yes, a penny for your thoughts and a quarter to not tell me them.
Yeah, hey, look, Blaze gets to be the alpha for once in his life when Aaron's not around. Let him have this. That's what I say.
Excuse me?
Hey, we have a real-life mermaid here. Can we focus?
I don't mind Dai's new VA, but I don't know. Part of me doesn't care for Ryland's new VA because Ryland's new VA to me sounds super generic as a voice and less.
Yeah, Kami Wasa
distinct.
had a very distinct voice, like something like this. Basically, it's like a very very glottal, very throaty thing. Basically, that's how I would describe Kami Wasa specifically.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've not maintained this one for like as long, so it sounds a bit like Squidward when I do it, but close enough.
Yeah, but that's one thing of like the Ryland's VA, which like Dottie's VA is pretty good. I don't really care for Ryland's voice direction here. I mean, I just think he needs a bit of redirecting, with how he has the voice.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the debate of should new VAs try to match the original as accurately as possible, or should they go their own direction with the character? Personally, of course, I have lent into the mindset of of just not insisting whatsoever with any of my VAs because I'm pretty sure Terry has had 5 different accents at this point, but that's
Oh yeah, wait, who's voicing Terry in the next episode? Crap, who's doing that? Is that you?
Me. Yeah.
Okay, are you like the new perma
I've
VA
stopped
for
switching it
Terry?
around.
Are you the perma VA for Terry?
Unless one of the other ones decides to come back for whatever reason. I did try
Okay.
to reach out to DJ Savix, but it never got back to me.
Oh wait, can we get wait, can we get no wait, which one was DJ Savix? Which voice was he? Was he OG Terry? Yeah,
No, OG Terry was actually also Beanie Boy.
Oh. Honestly,
yeah, which I suppose would have worked as well.
If Beanie Boy wasn't voicing Pete in the next episode, that would actually work pretty good.
Yeah. The first person to say no one mess with Pop Josephine's gang.
So, got any plans to get out? These ropes are tight.
No! I can't move in this. Wait, the glow pearl. If I can just...
She's still calling it the Glow Pearl, even though you've been given a name to call it. It's the Soul Echo, apparently, from Xena.
Hey, look, it's kind of like sleep sand, dream dust, potato,
Wait, where'd it go? I thought I had it.
Okay.
I mean, that's not good.
Okay, Edwin. Calm down. First time you joined a pirate crew. Gotta be resourceful.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? You got to keep your wits about you when you're around pirates, because usually they don't have that many.
Resources! I have an idea. Oh, if I only had some TNT left over.
You're tied up. Good luck getting it.
Don't worry, I can fashion some out of the grass that we're around, because I'm now MacGyver, I guess.
Actually, the really funny thing about pirates specifically, former brigadiers often became pirates, either because they weren't paid well for their services to hunt down pirates, or legal precedent didn't favor them being brigadiers anymore, so they just went rogue and became pirates anyway.
That's funny.
Understandable. Yeah.
Find it! Also, we don't have time. If those marines catch us, we're in trouble.
Give me an hour, and I'll have us out.
We don't have time!
Hey, look, I need prep time, okay?
Prep
I'm like
time.
Batman.
Oh, I can help. Please? Maybe you can...
Oh.
Oh, no, you don't. I know you got the snippy to help that mermaid.
Yeah, well, you're also holding the creature and not containing the snippies in the slightest, so good luck with your keeping your hand.
Let me go!
Whoa!
Help,
You
let
can
me
talk
go.
too?
Let me go! Don't hurt her!
Are you kidding me?
The child,
Oh, my.
Aphmau's child recording it. Let me go!
That actually reminds me, there's a try to laugh, video that Aphmau did like years and years ago, where it was designed, it was like, well, there's one that Jason designed specifically for her. It was in the first video, there was just a random toddler, and the dad was approaching with a glass of water about to like pour it, and the child's going, no, 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 like that. And of course, Jason immediately recreates that with, I think, Jessica. Not Jessica, what? Julia.
Julia, yeah.
Sorry. If they ever run out of J names, just be Jessica Jr.
Hey, I was gonna let the boys eat her, but sorry, boys.
Aww.
So they had bibs.
Does Dottie not get to eat why not Dottie? But she's probably hungry as well, right?
So, girl to girl, how is it being a mermaid?
Girl to girl. And if anyone remembers that one scene of Bellatrix where she's like, I would have a conversation with this one. Girl to girl.
It's nice.
Dottie, stop talking to the merchandise. Come on, crew, line up.
Why does that sound like Adam asking when it was like to be a mutant?
I mean,
not exactly girl to girl, but close enough.
Tell us, are you guys pirates?
Wait a second. They were back to back before. The ropes had been said to be tight, but now they've shuffled over, so they're both turning around to face them.
Yep.
Meaning that the ropes must have.
Meaning that there is enough wiggle room in these ropes for them to be able to turn their bodies, yes.
Unless like they were tied just next to each other, like leant back, and they were tied individually, and that part before we saw them, like there was not, just because they didn't have the resources to do that kind of thing. Maybe.
Tell me, are you guys pirates? Well,
Yeah.
obviously look
have-
at their matter of dress. That should be able to tell you, genius.
Well, man to man, what's it like being a
You
pirate?
seen us? Of course we are.
Are you a
Then tell me
former
what you're planning on
brigadier, or did you just choose the path of a pirate?
Well, you see, it all began so many years ago. Why am I telling you about my backstory? You're my prisoner.
Doing with my friend.
Wait, friend? Really?
Hey, I said you were my first friend. I didn't say you're my only one.
I mean, of course, right?
You're friends with this mermaid? That's stupid! Do you realize how rare mermaids are?
Exactly.
And therefore, it would be, you know, in your best interest to befriend one of them. If that's your logic, why would something being rare mean that you don't want to be friends with them? Outside of Rare the show, that doesn't make sense.
Like, I think he's thinking as in, like, becoming friends with a mermaid isn't profitable?
Yes, because your friends are less likely to help you to make money or be willing to.
I meant profitable as in selling the mermaid, Jacob.
I mean, there would be other ways, you know, to profit from a mermaid specifically, rather than just selling them, probably more permanent. But
that's obviously not what Idiot Blaze here has in mind. He's pretending to be smarter than the other three chuckleheads in his crew, but I could just see it in his eyes. The himbo is still there.
Maybe he's just slightly less of a himbo than the others are, but still very much so.
Let her go.
Maybe Dottie is like Ziana, pretending to, you know, go along with it for now. She's going to mutiny later. That'd be really funny that the very like sweet character that is Dottie in most iterations becomes the most vicious pirate of all time after usurping Blaze.
Yes, that is
No,
Blaze.
I don't think so. Captain says we're gonna keep her and sell her.
What?
This
But if you sell her, you can't keep her.
is the first mermaid of all time.
Wait,
Hey.
I didn't think about that. We're gonna... Captain, what are we doing again?
You have no
This is
idea
the
what
first
people-
mermaid of all time. No, but also technically sure, I guess. If we ignore
Aphmau is the most
other-
mermaid of all time, like Morbius is the most movie.
the most,
Well, what
definitely the most mermaid of all time.
pay for her?
You shouldn't do that.
It's just Aphmau in a tank at a market, and it's like, yep, definitely mermaid.
Now I just have a vision of like real life Aphmau in a mermaid costume on a dunk tank at a convention or something.
Oh my god. That's what she's gonna do at VidCon 2026 this year. She's just gonna be wearing a mermaid tail in a dunking booth being like, who wants to dunk Mermaid Aphmau?
In that case,
Right, so,
Aphmau, I know really good places where you can buy a silicone mermaid tail.
Right, so Mrs. Rivera, so you said that okay, we can get you your usual panel and your meet and greets and of course the stage. We can definitely have a list of guests in here and everything. I just got one question here on this page of this request form you sent in. There is a tank of water. I don't think we can fit this in the convention. Let's get the licensing for it. Oh, you say just take it from Carnival? Yes. Well, we'll see what we can do.
Are you like her boyfriend or something?
What?
Look, we're just
That classic thing.
I'll be right back. Got the
Ah, yes. You said you were her friend. You must be her boyfriend, obviously. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Jacob. So, premiering in 30 minutes apparently is the next Mermaid Tales episode. So after this review, do you want to do a recorded version review next?
Well, if it's premiering in 30 minutes, we're about to finish this one here. I don't know if we can stall for half an hour and then get to and then
No. We'll end the stream and then we'll set up another studio. And by the time we set up that other studio, it will be there.
Are we just getting like a double bill, I suppose? I mean, at
Yeah,
that point,
and you can post it and save it for if you do D&D this week, even though I'm gonna be out of town. Or we'll, guys doing D&D without. Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know because I mean, if it's not intended to come out today, then there's no reason to do the review today anyway, right?
I'm gonna be out of town. Remember? That's the reason why I'm gonna be gone. I'm not gonna be around.
I could just wait for you to come back. How long are you away for?
A week or 9 days.
Oh, well, that's fine.
No, I want to review Mermaids with you, though.
I mean, okay. Well, we'll see because
Yes.
I don't know.
There are other ways of persuasion. There are other modes of control. I'm just singing epic musical now.
Yeah, so usually it doesn't take you long to convince me to go on with things anyway. So you never know.
Yeah.
Also, yes, confirm now. They are definitely tied separately.
Yeah.
Missing Maria. Oh no, yeah, she tried to use that a while ago. She got stabbed and thrown over the plank. That was a while ago.
I'll grant
Clearly.
wishes?
Nice try. Rylan, Dottie.
Us
get these
mermaids
guests to
to
the
grant
riverboat.
wishes. We know how to do it. Do you wish to be pretty? Untie me and I'll make you pretty. They just untie her and she just scoots over, grabs flower crowns and puts it on their head, being like, look, you're pretty now, thanks to my magic.
You'll be unpopular.
We need to take them to the Marines immediately.
Why did you say immediately like that?
I'm
Immediately.
No, it's fine. Just...
Oh. Dang.
Hey, stop! You can't do this, you!
Oh. You are now suffocating the crab. The crab will now die. If I had a nickel every time these characters were tied up in this arc, I would have like what 5 nickels at this point? They've been tied up a lot during this arc.
It's interesting that none of them seem to be like protesting or like or anything like that. Like Aaron clearly was when he got a bag of shinies in his mouth multiple times.
He was.
Maybe they learned not to do that, or they've been chloroformed or something.
Hopefully not. Oh god, does chloroform exist in this time period? I know it's like not
some
a specific
equivalent
time
of
period,
it,
but like
yeah.
does it exist?
I think some equivalent of it that they had, yeah. That is quite. Oh yeah, I guess it would make sense for to take the whole thing on a river.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the. Oh, I love his music here. Listen to his music.
This is a really bad idea. They've left it a moment that is not tied to anything specific. Within rolling distance into the water.
Okay, but also technically speaking, I don't know if she could even swim well because yes, she has her tail, but she doesn't have her arms to help her propel her body, too. So wouldn't she just sink or like be able to like flutter around?
She wouldn't drown, and if she needed her arms the whole time, it negates the need for a tail. Because I'll say this: I have swum multiple times without use of my arms, just for fun, basically, to see if I could. Really, I was bored as a child. So yeah, it's very much possible.
Like if you can flex the muscles in your legs enough, you can swim without your arms.
Dang,
it's just very
tail
hard.
to do, yeah.
Good job, crew.
Like,
Now for
Aiden, have you never seen mermaid performers before?
Maybe once or twice. I did see like the pirate show in like Myrtle Beach a few times. I don't know. I don't really remember.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of my performance myself, but I have seen Swimming with a Silicone Mermaid Tail by Jazz Jennings, the Pacific random YouTube video. So yeah, that's about it.
Let's knock him out.
Wait, no!
Oh, now you want it? Yeah. I think personal cheat.
You need to...
You need to... Oh.
Well, I guess there goes a chance to swim away. All right, they cover their bases there. All right,
Yeah.
They thought things through. They're not, entirely himbos after all. Okay, fair. All right.
Good.
So that was as of, I guess, right now and for the next 20 odd minutes, the most recent episode of Mermaid.
Yeah.
For the next 20 odd minutes, but that would be a sweet, sweet 20 odd minutes.
I suppose it would be. So yeah, in those odd minutes, we're going to, I guess, give our final thoughts on this one.
There's so much,
we didn't.
Why is there so much happening in this episode, but also nothing at all?
I think it's because we've diverted from what was up until now the established course for the series, and so now it feels much more detached. Even though like every episode so far, like there's been mini arcs up until now, but they've all seemed to have like followed a common goal. This is the first one that has caught us by surprise.
The second mini arc on the island kind of didn't really follow much of a course. They were just sailing, and then they ended up stuck on an island for 3 episodes, essentially.
Well, that was kind of it. They were trying to. Oh, I guess they were
just sailing, and they just ended up in a situation. It wasn't
okay. Well,
really
in that case, in that case, the distinction is that this first time it feels like it's interrupted something that was already in progress, namely the arc with the crabs and everything, and it only got like a brief scene with Lumi in this episode. It feels like it's been tossed aside in favor of trying to find, I guess, the one Mama for both Hee and Haha, I guess.
This is exactly what I said about the marketable thing appearing and then derailing the plot. It's
and it
happening
feels like
now.
derailment because of the interruption. Yeah.
It's happening right now in real time, and I'm never going to stop complaining about it until we get on until this plot gets back on the mostly fixed rails that finish the story.
Well, I mean, I think we're about to get on the rails anyways, because apparently they're going to take him to the Navy, so which is going to cause some issues.
But then, of course, you have the unresolved idea of like where the hermit crab's mother actually is, unless they happen to be on the Navy ship for some reason.
I wouldn't be surprised if after they resolve it relatively quickly after saving them from the Navy.
The vessel just sinks behind them or something, and it's like, and they just get to the beach. They're resting for a few seconds, and it's like, kids, is that you? Oh my! Either way, yeah. I guess that's the one thing that feels different here. And it just and it happens to have coincided with the marketable, although I don't know if they've been marketed that much since then. I haven't been.
No, they haven't really been marketed. To be honest, we don't even know if they're going to get any actual merch. I mean, there is a merch drop in 16 days or 18 days. There's like a merch drop for Mermaid Tales, but I don't honestly know what that merch drop is. It could be plushes. I'm hoping for a Thane Crab plush or Aphmau's necklace. I would also take Aphmau's necklace, because Aphmau's necklace is really cool in the show.
And plot relevance.
Like when I say marketable thing, it doesn't strictly have to be marketable as in that there's merch of it. Like, I mean marketable thing as in cute thing that appears to derail the plot.
Are we gonna see minion style Facebook posts with Ian?
Yeah.
Directions, one of those.
Like the Minions was the marketable thing of Despicable Me. Like, not in the fact that there were Minion plushes by the time the movie was made, but there was definitely Minion plushes afterwards.
Yeah, and they like play themselves in the culture, and they featured a lot of other different things as either licensed cameos or something, or in adverts. So they had other avenues. I guess much more like a mainstream idea. Internet wise, not sure where they would go with that idea if they were to do so, but it definitely does feel like they're the cute animal mascot that changes things. I can even compare this to it because I recently finished watching Rick and Morty season 8 because I hadn't seen much of it. There is an episode there where there's this film franchise called the Robo Trees. Specifically, they talk about a character got introduced called Tannenbaum. That was much the disillusionment of the main characters was this became a very central figure in later sequels apparently. And was usually done with the sense of just being an interrupting comedic foil rather than one that actually helped out as much.
To segue, like, marketable thing is less of a literal description and more of a trope namer. Like, I consider he and ha marketable, like the marketable things, not because there's a little merchandise of them, but because they're cute and the purpose of them is clearly to derail the plot so that we can transition into a different, unrelated plot. That'll tie into the story somehow. Like, everything I've watched has a marketable thing, for the better and for the worse.
Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying just the ride, and I said this last time, but like, this feels more fillery, but I'm enjoying the more fillery vibe, especially from a lot of the TV I've been watching nowadays, or at least modern TV. Pretty much the concept of a more fillery vibe of like even just an episode or like a few episodes has been completely removed, feels super rushed.
I think we can blame streaming for that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was gonna say that.
Because one of my favorite episodes from Wednesday season 2 was episode 6, which was like the Eden Wednesday body swap episode, and that felt more fillery. Yes, it like developed the girls' relationship, but it didn't. Besides the ending where it changed the plot just a little bit, it didn't really. The episode itself was more fun, fillery, zany nonsense, and that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy watching sometimes when I'm like, want to take a break from the plot, just for a moment, just being like, okay.
I get that, but it's the fact that Hee and Haha as characters do not feel well developed enough for me to just care about them that much.
To be fair, I would kind of blame that on the fact that the voice actors chosen are little children.
Like, it's
That's
not
not necessarily the case.
actors.
I mean, sure, there's the younglings from Star Wars Episode 3, but that's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah,
But it's not the fact that the children are voice actors. It's the fact that the characters feel underdeveloped, not the children playing them, Aiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also feel that they sort of feel like they are
Obligatory
because of
to
again coming where they did, they seem like an invasive force of the plot that was already there. This is the first time that an arc is like presented itself like in the middle of a different one, so it feels like it's interrupting things. If they had resolved the crab stuff first, and then they happen to, when the hermit crabs come in towards the end or something, or they're sighted, so they decide to move again. Maybe after that, they say like, okay, well, the hermit crabs have left. Now we're going to deal with the earth crabs have left, so the hermit crabs are going to deal with them now. Maybe that would have come across better, especially if they can't physically leave yet, because Aaron is like, we will stay here, we must stay here. I insist that we do so. All that.
We must stay here because we gotta slow down this plot to at least give us a few more episodes before we speed to a conclusion.
But even then, it is the case where, like, if these characters spent if Hee and Haha spent a little bit more time in the oven and were more complex characters that could carry a scene in their own right, I would have less of a problem with them.
Yeah.
At the moment, they are somewhat plot devices, but it's somewhat unavoidable by the fact that they haven't had much time of life, I guess, to develop beyond too much. So they are going to feel like plot devices to a certain degree. But yeah, that's what. So giving them the driving force spot of their arc also it can be detrimental even without the interruptions, but with the interruptions it feels much worse, I suppose. So there's nothing wrong with them necessarily in principle, but it's how they've been incorporated, by the place and time that's impacting everything.
Like, speaking of place and time, like, one thing I have to bring up is that their incorporation in general just feels slightly out of place. Like, Hee and Haha are fine. It's just, there is something else they could have done here that could have hit a little more. We could have explored the dynamics of the land crabs.
Which is what we were doing before this event happened.
I mean, I would argue the issue with the land crabs is outside of Zane's parents, the only other one that could potentially be like developed more is maybe Vlad, unless they wanted to make extreme like new OCs with some of the random land crabs. But like the random land crabs seem to just be like, oh, Megami33, you're around. You're voicing land crab number 4. Read these 6 lines.
Yeah, no, we're not saying like that all of them as individual characters would be, because that would be very unsustainable. But as a society, as a people,
I mean, we know a few things. They're not normally nomadic, but they're also very very cautious. They have been in several altercations with humans and are pretty much endangered. We know a lot about that. They're also very superstitious. We learned from the whole land crab, the not land crab, the hermit crab thing. They're very superstitious.
Yeah, but it feels like we're sidelining a whole society of like crab people to focus on different crabs.
To be honest, I also wouldn't want to focus on them more, go more into them, because I was kind of worried that we would go into more, let's just say, tribalistic themed stereotypes. Like, we already have they run into a mermaid and they're like, oh, she's a sea goddess, you know. I worry if we were to focus on the land crabs more, we would be touching more on that stuff potentially, and then
So then the problem is, once again, give them something else that's not as, you know, stereotypical and or potentially offensive.
I know. It's like, please.
Is this them possibly pivoting, because we know how they write these series mostly? So is this them possibly pivoting to be like, yeah, don't ignore that stuff. We're gonna tinker with that. Maybe it's kind of like what I was saying about with the Culture before, with the separate timeline. Give it time to cook for a little bit, and then, you know, see if it can get fixed later on. Maybe that's what they were doing. Who knows?
Like, that also brings up the thing to where instead of, you know, dissecting the tropes and giving this land crab species their own identity aside from tribal tropes, we're moving on to the next thing. That's my problem. That is the issue.
That's what we were saying before about the interruptions. Yeah, it ultimately does come down to that, and that's what's making this plot feel even less welcome than potentially it might have been otherwise, you know. But even without that, would there be still a few issues with the driving forces behind them? Yes, but there wouldn't be as many, and it would be, you know, somewhat more forgivable, I guess, because, you know, they're not going to be around for too long anyway, so it's not going to be too detrimental for the entire series overall.
I mean, so far I'm kind of other things this episode though. I think they do the Wolfpack bit pretty well. I think the only one I feel like we haven't, with this episode alone, we haven't got a decent grasp of their personality is Rylan. Rylan feels like he's ready to be more a generic boy. Daniel still comes off as like a kind of like a cute soft boy vibe. Dottie comes off as like the smarter woman in a group of idiotic men kind of vibe, you know. And then, you know, you have Blaze, who's the idiot captain, essentially. And like, I feel like with the scenes we get with the pirate crew from them, I think we do get a pretty good vibe of their dynamic. Minus Rylan, which hopefully next episode that's fixed, because that's my one complaint. Rylan sounds generic and feels super generic outside that one gag about them eating Kiki.
It might be the case that, you know, he's just not had enough time to really because Deku wasn't around for too long in this episode, despite being the thumbnail subject.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you know,
maybe we'll get more about him, you know, next episode.
Because
maybe June gets to be canon finally, and not just a minigame character. You never know.
Rylan to me always came off like the dorky one of the group. Like, you have, like, you know, you have the girl boss, you have the sweet guy, you have the dork. You know,
I don't think Dottie was really much of a girl boss until now. Until now,
I don't know how to describe her.
Sweet,
she is
mainly.
Sweet. I mean, she did become a villain briefly, which bringing them back here and giving them new VAs makes me wonder if they're going to appear in season 7, and that makes me concerned.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
But like, here's the thing: Daniel is about to be the same. So is Rylan, because they're just you know. But here's the thing: here's the problem about Dottie. She's under the Forever Potion. Like, last we saw of her, she was on the radio with Ian. It was like, make sure Daniel knows how to be a part of the pack. You know, that whole thing.
Wait, wasn't Ryan affected by that as well?
No, he got captured in our initial raid.
Oh, okay.
Him and Maria.
Well, fair enough. Either way, I mean, of course they're going to have to deal with the other werewolves anyway that were influenced by that. Or does it cancel out because the person who put them under the potion is dead and therefore can't you know, give them orders anymore? Is that how it works?
I don't think that's how Forever Potions work. I think the feelings still linger.
We've never been in that situation before, so either one is currently possible. But regardless of what they do, they're going to have to address it in some form. So of course they're going to want to have Dottie back for that, because she's the one who has the personal connection to the main characters that was a part of that.
I think we're gonna get Dottie essentially overthrowing Blaze as the leader.
Oh, you mean in this? Okay, yeah, I was about to
yeah.
say, yeah, Dottie's not going to overthrow Blaze that much in my streets. Hate to break it to you, but no, you mean in this? Yes, that's fine. Well, I guess we can find out because we've managed to take up 24 of those 30 minutes, I think. So gives us ample time to finally give Aiden a blind reaction moment in one of these.
There are a few other thoughts though. I also have. I enjoy Aaron's relationship with Haha. You know, Aaron's relationship with Haha is pretty nice.
I enjoy Zane's rejection of one with Haha as well, because no one should force you to do that.
Yeah.
Or
you know,
into it.
I like the scene where they exploded a bird. I like the scene. They killed a bird by accident.
It feels very Aiden coded.
That does feel like something I would do in a D&D situation.
I don't know. We're the ones. You and I are keeping a bird actively alive compared to the outcries of everyone else. So it feels like the opposite.
Roboto is constantly in the balance, but he's fine. He's fine.
He is the most hated occultic character.
Which is weird because he's not even a villain. He's not even a villain.
No, it's just the extenuating.
He's just a good boyo doing his thing.
He's just doing his thing, and everybody just kind of hates him for it.
Yep. Roboto.
Yes, I just realized as well. I'm going to go back to the older days where I'm reacting to a premiere at the same time as it's going on. That's going to be difficult. That's going to be difficult mechanically, but let's give ourselves enough time to set it up so that when eventually have to refresh it, we'll we'll cover our bases before that. So in my fanfic Relic Reborn, which was started before I got news of the Magic Season, as with the villain and Michi as a sidekick. That's for her potion. I mean, what do you say? Still under the effects? Was she ever under the effects, or was she just Michi?
I think she was just Michi.
Yeah, because like she was given a potion by Ian to lure Aaron out into the woods and potentially kill him. I think that's what she was going for. Probably.
I mean, it would not be the first time that she has tried to feed Aaron a potion or use one to affect him in some way.
This is also
but at the same time, this was pointing out in the Everything Wrong Magic Season 4. The mind control stuff for that scene in Emerald Secret never comes back and makes no sense in the context of the lore because Ian just took control of Michi in that scene. I'm like, okay, that's not how it's not normally how this works in the show, but okay.
This wouldn't be the first time Aphmau's magic lore has been hilariously inconsistent to the point of retcon.
Yeah, I still want to know about the Magic Council, like the Harry Potter Magic Council they had that made forever potions illegal. I need to know that lore.
Well, then, I mean, I would imagine that they'd have some sort of council of these things to make sure that, people are, licensed potion sellers like Lucinda, for example, and, there's a whole thing behind that. Of course, it's going to be government regulated to some degree.
Yeah, but I
can't just have magic users running out round all willy-nilly, in this day and age. Come on.
It was only mentioned once once or twice in season 4 total. And then never addressed again. And I really want that to actually be addressed and somewhat expanded upon, or at least given more context, because we barely know anything about that.
Yeah, we just say that we just know nothing about Meeple, which is true, but witches in general have also been, very obscured. Are they still around? But they all die.
Okay, so my issue with Aphmau expanding on magic is she's going to cause more inconsistencies because Aphmau has a soft magic system instead of a hard magic system, and Aphmau is very inconsistent with her magic lore.
You can say she has a soft magic system, but that's inconsistent. It kind of jumps between them ad nauseum.
Guys, the video is going to start, so we need to roll this over.
Whenever rolls in, I'll leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe and censored. Just unless thanks, farewell, drugs.